All right. So today's story time right here is gonna be about riding in the car, or AKA kicking it. All right. Have y'all ever knew about those little grab games and little playful games that a lot of kids play? Predominantly white kids. The little booty grab games or whatever that they play, right? Well, in prison, they play those same games. Blacks do, but it's to a higher extent of a level than what you'll normally see or what you'll normally know. And y'all might hear cars and stuff like that, passing by because I'm sitting in my car right now, right? Just leaving the gym, right? So, how I got introduced to it was one day we walking to Pier Call, right? And my cell partner at the time was in the same gang I was in, right? And we had another little homie that all three of us went at the same time. Okay. Well, he had me and my celly, we didn't play those little games. We didn't know nothing about none of that because we wasn't on none of that. So the other little homie that walked with us was, he was smaller in stature, but he was an alright little homie or whatever. We didn't know that he played these games. So we going to Pier Call. It's me, my celly, the little homie, and a white guy, right? They call you out 5, 6 at a time, whatever. So it's a guy that's already getting his medicine in the Pier Call line. So we come and stand on the wall. So the guy that's getting his medicine walks away from the Pier Call window because they used to have a little slot in the wall. It's a little window that's in the wall. They had a little slot that the nurse will just stick your medicine out. Whatever your medicine on the book is that you're getting, for you to take at that time, she'll stick it out the window. You take the pills or the shot or whatever it is. Like the diabetics will prick themselves and do the needle thing or whatever. So they'll give you the medicine through the slot window. You got to take it in their face, pass them the cup back or the needle back. Drink you some water because there's a water fountain right there. And you go on back to the block. It's a police standing right there in the middle of the floor, and then it's another police on the other end of the hall, to watch everything. Right? So the guy that's at the window turns to the 4 guys that's on the wall, which is me, my celly, another little Damu homeboy, and a white guy, and say, "Yeah, boy, go on get them pills so you can go on come over in here and I can bend you on over this rock." So we looking at each other, right? Me and my celly look at each other, and he look at me, I look at him, and then we look at the little homie, and the little homie kind of look at us and then turn his head real fast, and was like, man, he tell the guy, he said, "Man, whatever, man." He like, "Man, go on, man, before I give you something that you don't want." Like that. So me and my partner looking at each other like, what? So my celly, my homeboy, which is somebody I knew on the street, he turned to the little homie and say, "Dang, blood, you gonna let him talk about your little stinky butt like that, man?" He used the A word. "Your little stinky butt hole like that, man?" The little homie eyes get super big, and he say, "Oh, blood, you kick it? You ride in that car, blood? Oh, I been want to get you. I been wanting you. I ain't know you kicked it." So the guy that was walking from the Pier Call line, he kind of chuckled. He was like, "Ha ha," like that. I stepped back. The white guy stepped back. My celly turned toward him and say, "Blood, what you say?" And he pulled the knife out on him. And when he pulled the knife out on him, he was like, "I'll kill you right here in the Pier Call line." Just like that. When he say that, I grabbed him. I said, "No, hold on, blood, hold on." The police, then he was like, "Hey, put the knife down, put the knife down." The nurse say, "Pill call over." And she slammed she slammed the little gate, the little door, and lock it. And the police like, put the knife down, put the knife down. I'm for the cold you up. I'm for the cold y'all up. Because he thought we was tussling. I take the knife from my homeboy and I throw it on the ground. I said, no, hold on. Everybody telling the police, no, don't hit the code, because we just came off lockdown. He was like, what? No. He was like, everybody in the block. Everybody go back to the block. Like that. So we go back to the block. The little homie say, man, why you up? He like, why you up to fire on me? That's what we called our knives. Fire. He was like, man, why you up to fire on me, man? He was like, man, I don't play like that, man. What you got going on, man? He was like, man, that's how we kick it. Me and my homeboy looking at each other. He was like, what's kicking it? Like, what you talking about? That's how y'all, you talking about, that's how y'all hang out with each other? He was like, no, man, that's how we ride in the car, man. You know what I'm saying? We ride in the car like that. That's how we play. That's how we kick it. So me and my partner like, man, no, you can't do that. Bro, they called a whole meeting. All of the Bloods in the block had to have what we call a beehive. Called the whole meeting. And it had to get broke down to all of the newer people that was there, because they said kicking it is at an all-time high. Some people do it, some people don't. And they was like, ain't nobody in the wrong, because these two dudes, these real authentic Damus, they don't play like that. And then they also said, well, this is a real Damu, but he do play like that. So what we couldn't understand was why y'all still got him on this yard, because he's supposed to be either in the hospital or in another penitentiary. Because can't nobody even think about saying, touching, or playing with a Damu in here about their butt. Like, what? So they was like, listen. They tell us in the high, everybody was like, man, listen, man. It's a lot of Damus kicking. It's a lot of Damus play that little grab butt game, bro. Like, they play that, they kick it in him, bro. Like, that's just what they do. You can't fight everybody. And then you're going to be going against the game. I said, oh, man. Blood, I wasn't raised like this. I tell them straight up. I said, blood, I wasn't raised like this. I don't, no. They said, listen, it's out there already. Y'all don't play. Y'all don't conversate, communicate, or talk to the boys. So we know already who to play with and who not to play with. But this is a real thing. We all pass our time some kind of way. I was like, oh, man. I looked at my cellar. My cellar looked at me. He said, man, blood, I'm so ready to go home. I was like, I feel you on that, man. I feel you on that. But we got to respect the game, because it's going to bring trouble to us, and unnecessary trouble, because obviously it's accepted. You know what I'm saying? So he told me, he was like, yeah, you right. He said, man, listen, little homie, I apologize. He said, if you want to shoot that fade, you know what I'm saying? We can shoot the fade. We can hit. He like, we call it hitting. You want to hit, man, we can hit in the cell. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how I go. And they hit. They hit in the cell. The little homie hit in the cell. He put him up. He put him up because he was like, blood, you should have never put no knife on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I play about a lot of things, blood, but putting a knife on me is something that I don't play about. And he got down, and I ain't gonna say who won or who lost, but he got down. You know what I'm saying? And I tell you like this right here, both of them knew each other existed when they came up out of there from hitting. Like, both of them knew each other existed, That's a little story I wanted to share. They call it kicking it. They call it riding. They call it, getting in that car. Matter of fact, I'll share another little story with y'all about getting in that car and ride. I was kind of involved in, but then I really wasn't involved in. Right? Okay, so we going to chow one day. We walking down the hallway, and one of the guys, I got another cellar at this time. This later on in my doing time career. I said doing time career. But so I got another celly. So my other celly is he in a totally different gang than I'm in. Cause the last celly I had ended up getting transferred. So that I just talked about, he ended up getting transferred. So this celly is a new celly, cool dude or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But he actually kicked it. He actually played the little touch grab games, right? Okay, so me and him going to chow, right? And cause it's Chicken Sunday, so we going to chow whatever, and we going to get that fried chicken. So as we going to chow, we see some guys kind of playing and tussling, and all we hear is, yeah, I'm gonna get you. You got my pink drawers on, I like, baby. You got them pink drawers on, I like. Yeah, I'm gonna get you. So they kind of playing in the hallway. So the guy that he playing with, he kind of a stout guy or whatever. He was like, all right now, when I start playing, don't say nothing now. All right, you in that car with me? You in that car with me? He was like, you got my pink drawers on, you big booty dude. He called him another name, but, you know. So everybody laughing. So we go to eat or whatever because the police tell them to stop or they gonna shut it down or whatever like that. They gonna feed, they gonna lock it down or whatever. So they stop. We get in the chow hall. In the chow line, he start again with the big dude. He start again. Yeah, boy, you got them pink drawers on. He trying to lift his shirt up and all that. So the dude turn around and tell him, man, chill out, quit playing. He's like, no, you my wet. So we like, what? So the big dude looked at him like, oh, you going there. He like, yeah. So the police end up having to kind of separate them two because they was, kind of disturbing what was going on and slowing up chow. Y'all learn about these prison stores, especially in Alabama. They feed chow super fast, especially on chicken day. So when they separated them, whatever, he was like, I got you when you get back to the block. Yeah, this what the dude tell the big dude. He said, I got you when we get back to the block. Yeah, I'm gonna eat this chicken and I'm gonna have me a good day today, boy. You gonna suck a mean today. So everybody, the guys that kick it or whatever, they laugh. So the big dude get his chicken, he eat or whatever. Me and my celly looking at each other, and my celly like, boy, they so mean with it. Boy, they mean with it. I'm like, you like that? He was like, bro, they just kicking it, bro. That's how, you know what I'm saying? That's how we do. We all leave going back to the block. Now, you remember the guys are separated, right? Now, this guy that forgot everything that he done just did in the chow. He getting out of his clothes, whatever like that. He getting out of his clothes or whatever. Getting ready to get in the shower. And the big guy ain't took off none of his clothes, right? The big guy didn't kick it like that. He thought he kicked it like that. See what I'm saying? He ain't kick it like that. He was under the misperception of what kicking it really was. The big guy waited till he came out of his cell and ran and tried to stab the dude and told him straight up, you try to violate me and chow, I'm finna kill you. And he chased him around. He was like, man, you trying to... And these two people were in the same game. Well, what the big guy didn't know was the guy that he chased wasn't the only guy that thought the big guy kicked it and was in that car. Everybody else around ran the big guy down and beat him up. Took his knife, beat him up. They might have hit him a time or two with the knife, but it wasn't, it was about 14 guys on one dude. The other guy ran in his cell, put on his clothes real quick, like his pants. When he ran and put on his pants and his shoes, he came back out. By that time, the police was in there locking us down. And it was explained later on that If you get in the car, you either in or you out. You not in and out, right? And the big guy was under the impression that he can turn it on and off when he wanted to. But that ain't how it go. You either gonna kick it or you not. Because this is a real thing. It's a real game that go on and on and on. And they are like a whole pack of dudes, like hundreds of them. And they will get mad if you flip-flop and you get mad one day because they playing with you, but they one-up you. You get mad. But then the next day, you back in the car kicking it. You kick it who you want to kick it with, but then when other dudes that's your size or bigger want to kick it with you, you don't want to kick it because that guy your size. You can't bully him. So they beat him up, rolled him up, got him off the yard. So those are two little quick stories, man, about getting in that car, riding, aka kicking it, the little grab butt game, the little playing the little grab butt game, because it can turn violent, and they do go as far as touching one another. They do go that far. I have never seen nobody go as far as actually getting into the act, but I have heard that guys have got turned out by that game. It's your boy OG Eastside, man. That was just a little quick little, story I had to tell y'all, man. And I'll come back with another one. Just let me know in the comments if you want to hear a particular type of story, whether I was on the street or in there.